Woo-hoo-hoo! The band is back together. Ken Carson just commented on Starboy's Instagram with a red blood emoji. Group's back together. The gang's back together. He just followed Starboy on Instagram.
Man, I'm gonna have to throw something on the grill today because believe it or not, Starboy is back on good terms with Opium. Well, at least Ken Carson. So I think we all know who Starboy is by now, one of the most prominent producers out of this newest generation, working with the likes of Uzi, Yeet, and of course, building a very strong tie to the Opium label. Producing for every single one of the artists and pretty much the entirety of any Ken Carson album. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time, just give a bit of a backstory to those who weren't there, but basically, randomly in 2024, Starboy would start all sorts of controversies. He would first of all cut all contact with his two most prominent collaborators, Ken Carson and Yeet, would refuse to clear a Destroy Lonely Grail he engineered, refused to clear a Kanye West song he produced on Vultures 2, Believer, and would also say how he refuses to clear anything ungodly, suggesting he will probably never clear anything for Opium due to his newfound Christian beliefs. Which basically leads us to where we are at today, as in big 2025. From that situation, we have still not heard of anything between Opium and Starboy. Well, that was until 2 nights ago on the 8th of January, where Ken Carson would begin following producers on his main Instagram account. He would follow Out-of-Town, 16 years old, Filthy, and surprisingly, Starboy himself. And Starboy would follow him back. Star would also make a post on Instagram showing his Dutch self with blood on his face. I'm not too sure what he's going for in these pictures, and maybe he's trying to get on the Ken Carson gore aesthetic, I don't know. Anyways, Ken would actually comment under this post a blood emoji, but that's still not all, as Starboy would then post a beat to his Instagram story with the caption "Drink Blood," clearly appealing towards Ken Carson's or Opium's overall edgy aesthetic. With the beat sounding absolutely incredible, as it's been a while since we have last heard Ken on a Starboy and Out-of-Town beat. I mean, to be fair, that beat may not even be for Ken, could be for his own release or something, or just someone else. But you get the point. And of all of this going down on social media, myself and other fans could only presume that the duo were back on good terms and will hopefully be releasing music soon. Personally, I'm not too much of a snippets guy, but I saw fans on Twitter excited that this song called Chrome Hearts Lens now might drop. I'll show it on screen so you guys can see. I would play snippet too, but playing unreleased songs is basically asking to get my entire channel taken down. Now, even though it seems like Star and Ken are now cool, I have no idea what this means for him and Lone, as that is what started this entire controversy in the first place. And I mean, if he really is now going back on what he said about refusing to clear anything ungodly, it means this guy not only stopped us hearing from a cool Destroy Lonely song, but this dude literally rejected a Kanye West placement just for him to change his mind about not clearing anything ungodly 4 months later. I really don't know why Starboy started this entire controversy in the first place, if I'm being honest, because it really seemed like he was heading down this Christian route. He was posting like God on his Instagram and didn't have any placements for the second half of 2024 apart from this song with Korean artist Young Cook. And actually, I'm lying, it seems like Starboy also produced on Rich the Kid's album, which is really random. I guess Rich the Kid isn't too ungodly, unlike Opium, of course, who, you know, I mean, Ken literally just got a pentagram tattoo across his chest. So honestly, I don't know what changed. I saw fans on Twitter laughing at him like, oh, it seems like the money dried up because of course he wasn't getting any placements, and now that he needs money, he will go against his own religion. I feel like he was just trying to start controversy, basically what Lil At8 did with the Yeet situation. And actually, since I'm already on the topic of Lil At8, the news of Starboy coming back sounds 100 times better when you realize that Lil At8 was supposed to be executively producing on More Chaos, as after producing the entirety of Lone's Love Lasts Forever, 88 would make an Instagram story with a picture of him and Ken, which he would caption like, "It's our time now," suggesting he will play a large role in the album, which hopefully turns out not to be true, as I think we all remember the tragedy of the Sydney Sweeney beat switch. Anyways, my point is that hopefully someone like Starboy, Out-of-Town, or even Filthy take the main producer role on the album, as I really don't want 88 to ruin an entire Ken Carson project. Now, with Ken following all these producers on social media, and with the fact that his manager posted like last week that More Chaos is on the way, I genuinely feel like more chaos is right around the corner, as this really looks like the start of some type of rollout. And literally, as I'm recording this video, Ken has just posted 2 brand new snippets on his Instagram story, which sound absolutely insane by the way, so I would really expect the album for Easter. And actually, again, as I'm editing this video, Ken has followed more producers, so I'm gonna play you 42 Daily's TikTok on that, so shout out to him.
Ken Carson has now followed some more producers. So Sky, Legion, and Lucian were some of the producers that he followed. He's now at a total of 9. The reason why you see 8 on my screen is because one of them has me blocked, but it's all okay. Now, one of the interesting things I want to talk about is, hey, these producers are all incredible. All incredible. And I'm actually a little surprised Ken Carson is, I'm not surprised he's working with them, but it's just cool to see because they've, of course, collaborated with Osama-san. And maybe this is Ken saying, hey, like, I don't, mind if you work with Osama-san. I still want to work with you if you're just a good producer. But I really feel like this is Ken saying, these are the producers who are producing on More Chaos. And now we're just going to get some snippets here and there. We're going to get a little more promotion, maybe a single soon. I really don't know what, but I feel like if you're a Ken Carson fan, you're a happy camper. I'm a Ken Carson fan, so, this is great for all Ken Carson fans everywhere.
But this actually brings me on to another topic I want to talk about. Should Ken even be releasing another entire album so soon? Because really, in the October of 2023, he gave us the album A Great Chaos, then dropped the deluxe in the July of 2024, just recently dropped the single Delusional, and now he wants to drop another entire album. Now, personally to me, Ken can do whatever he wants to do, it's his career, not mine. But what I saw people saying online is, well, do we even need another Ken Carson project, as isn't it really just going to consist of the same sound we've already heard? So what's the point of another album if the overall aesthetic and sound is going to be the same?
If you genuinely want Ken Carson to drop More Chaos, you're a moron and a nugent. What I mean by that is, why the would he drop a whole new album titled after what was supposed to be the deluxe of his past album? It's like if A Great Chaos didn't drop, we would have wanted Grown Man X instead of Teen X. Like, what the I think we don't need new music from Ken until like October 2025. And if you're like, Harden, are you hating? No, I just know he needs a new, not a new sound necessarily, a new like a new aesthetic. And I think, because as I said, Ken has more potential than anyone in Opium. He has.
I don't know, that's just what I saw people saying. Personally, I'm pushing 19 years old, so I'm not really bothered what happens. If he drops, I'll listen. If he doesn't drop, well, then I'll just get on my life like a normal person. I kind of get the point he has though, as in, he needs to bring something new to the table with the aesthetic and music. As you know, the rage sound can get boring. But those 2 brand new snippets he did post on his story did sound good, so maybe he's cooking. Cause we kind of saw with Yeet, he completely took off and had an insane run for a couple of years. And now people are like bored of him and have basically moved on to Ken. It's like the shiny toy syndrome. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Personally, I'm yet to see Ken disappoint musically wise. I think the only iffy project was X, but even though it wasn't his best, it still contains some of my favorite Ken tracks. So yeah, let me know, are you guys excited to see Starboy back working with Ken, and are you excited for more chaos? Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.